How did you figure out your number?
I worked backwards from. I looked at the 4% rule, and I don't think the 4% rule is enough. I'm guessing your audience knows that. I kind of started thinking more about the 3% rule, because I had heard some folks, say that even in the worst times, like 3% will get you. And that's where you can draw 3% of your cash balance each year and never run out of money. And so I said, I want a healthy income. So I'm going to multiply that number by 33.3. And I want that much cash at the end. So then you have to back out taxes. And, I had a co-founder who's a minority stake, but still you had to back that out and whatever, legal fees and other stuff. And then I put in, of course, a margin of error because I like to have that.
Nice. And when you thought about your lifestyle, were you kind of budgeting in big upgrades to your lifestyle? Or was it like, if I just want to live this life that I've built today, what do I need?
It wasn't huge upgrades. I'm actually, this may be something I would do a little differently. I was not budgeting in big upgrades. I was already making low six figures and figured, I would want to make that or more each year. So it's we were in California at the time, now we're in Minneapolis, but it was a healthy income. And, we have a nice house and nice cars. I didn't build in anything of like, I want to make $500,000. I don't want my I want my 3% to be $500,000 a year. Like that wasn't something that I had grown up with or thought about. Since then, I actually, what was interesting is in selling Drip and then taking the cash balance, I remember thinking, well, that's it. That's the nest egg. And I have it for the rest of my life. I did make some strategic bets and I got in on crypto in 2016. So made a good chunk of money there. And then some other stuff with collectibles and the stock market. And now I have quite a bit more than the exit amount. And I realized that while it doesn't make a difference in my day-to-day life, it did allow us to to get a really nice house by a lake that is quite a bit more expensive than say we lived in a $400,000 house in Fresno, for example, when we moved out, and the house we live in today is, several times that amount. And I didn't really think that would be an option or a desire, but it turns out at a certain point, I think it did actually improve our quality of life pretty substantially to have a larger house. We had several kids at the time, so.
Sounds like I've never flown private, but it sounds like the kind of idea, like once you fly private, you're screwed. You'll never go back. Like you're taking one step up the lifestyle ladder. You'll never actually want to step off of again. Yeah.
A luxury once there's that phrase, a luxury once sampled becomes a necessity. I think it's that's
a terribly accurate, but terrible.
I think it's a stoic saying, but I'm always pretty careful with that stuff because it's like, my eyes. I can go on Zillow today and be like, oh my gosh, these houses are so much bigger than mine. Maybe we should aspire to do that. And it's like, no, let's tone it down.